This man is a master of manipulation. He has done this to woman after woman after woman. And the show that you're receiving right now is pretty impressive and completely false.
We are here on the plaintiff, Ms. Castor's motion for temporary relief. I have read the motion. Ms. Britt.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before we get started, I'd just like to say that I did give some medical information under seal to the court, and anything related to that medical privacy, I'd request that we stop the recording and go separately offline with that if that comes up and we need to. Okay.
Yes, we will do that.
Thank you so much.
Make sure you say something so that Ms. Vandler knows to stop the stream.
Absolutely, and I appreciate that. So just a couple things to add. I'm not going to repeat anything that's been stated in the motion. I know that you thoroughly review those. But a lot of the claims that I have received in response from Mr. Castor directly to me after the filing, we've got so many stories going here, it's almost impossible to keep track of them.
All right, let me stop you for just a moment and just indicate the court has not received any written response.
Correct, Your Honor,
from Mr. Castor. Okay.
That's true. These were emails, Your Honor, directly to me, as counsel, because as you'll recall, we are needing to communicate with Mr. Castor via email because we don't have a positive address for him. We had a service problem, and he agreed on the record last hearing that he could be served via email. So that's why the communications have been, I think, via email. But you're correct, I've received no formal response, but these are emails directly to me, which are obviously not protected, confidential information. Related to his work, he claims just since 9/12 of this year, when I filed this motion, he has claimed that he couldn't make the hearing because he was working in Canada. He claimed that he was living in Chicago. He claimed he was homeless living out of his vehicle. He's also, on pleadings in this case, filed that he was living in Romeoville, which I believe is in Illinois. And then even this year, he set up a new business in Tennessee, and it put on there that his personal address was in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. So he's all over the place on that. On the work issue, he claims he's not working. He claims he's working in Canada. He claims he was hired by Ms. Ford to do PR work for her. Then he says it's untrue that he is not involved in construction. So again, he's all over the board. There are pictures recently, since even this submittal to the court, showing Facebook postings on Ms. Ford's Facebook selling the tools that I had brought up in my motion. There's pictures of him there with a new drone. There's indications now that he's trying to sell the truck that he has no right to sell. And the list goes on. And I can get into a lot more details with that. One of the things I brought up in my motion, Your Honor, that I would like to clarify a little bit is my concern about privacy in this case. Mr. Castor has, since the filing of the motion, attempted to deceive medical providers to receive my client's medical information without her permission. He has sent and posted false medical information about her to other people on social media. And as you saw from my motion, he has used my client's credit cards for all these personal purposes without her permission. I'm very concerned about submitting my client's verified financial information form to this person who is likely to take this information and use it for nefarious purposes. He's continued to do this over and over. Again, Your Honor, the list of the things and the proof with all the different people involved here is insane. I've spoken with Attorney Mary Benedict, who I know the court knows well. She is willing to step in on this case as the mediator and be the discovery master for purposes of managing the release of information to be sure that there's no risk of privacy violations there or any risk for my client of more misuse of her information. So that's what I'm really asking for the court on that issue. I'm happy to expand, but Mary has agreed to take that role on, even though it is an expanded role beyond a normal mediator.
Thank you, Mr. Castor. As I said, I haven't received any written response from you. What is your response to the motion?
Your Honor, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. I respectfully request a continuance. I've recently been diagnosed with stage 3 brain cancer, which has been spreading to my lungs and my lymphatic system. I'm currently working with a medical team, which I did send to the plaintiff's attorney of medical power of attorney and living will. My condition has greatly impacted my ability to think cognitively and represent myself in these proceedings. And I'm actively seeking legal counsel. So I know this is a very serious matter, and there's a lot of things all over the board. There's fake accounts, fake social media accounts, and none of those photos or anything that's been submitted to the court or anything relevant to my current situation.
Do you oppose the suggestion that Ms. Benedict be appointed as a mediator and a discovery master to manage all this information?
No, but I need 60 to 90 days to deal with my health and obtain proper legal counsel. I'm talking to Sean Cox right now. Yeah.
Ms. Brett, do you have any response to that?
Your Honor,
Basically, it's to an adjournment.
yes, thank you, Your Honor. I diametrically am opposed to that. Mr. Castor has put on quite a show for the court today, and it's impressive. However, he has sent me some purported medical documents that don't even show they're him. And even this document that he claims to have a certain type of tumor is not a cancerous tumor, even if he even has it. So this is all a ploy. He just, as soon as this last week, has been going to trying to get my client's father fired from his job, making false claims. This man is a master of manipulation. He has done this to woman after woman after woman. Those people are prepared to testify as to that. And this show that you're receiving right now is pretty impressive and completely false.
All right, well, I'm going to deny the request for the adjournment. The fact that it's coming today as opposed to earlier, the fact that there was no response filed whatsoever, even a phone call or an email or anything.
I did email the clerk.
Sir,
Yes.
Mr. Castor, please stop.
Yeah.
I am going to grant the motion in its entirety and including appointing a discovery master. Mr. Castor, I would be very happy if you obtained an attorney. I think Ms. Britt would as well. It will make this case go much better and much more smoothly. And that attorney will know what to do from there. But for today, I am going to grant the motion, and mainly because of all of the shenanigans that have occurred prior to this. And Ms. Britt, will you prepare the order?
I will, and I will submit it under the 7-day rule, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
What is the motion?
Thank you.